Just like a normal 48 hours before a game, we did a good job preparing. Got, in this morning, actually got to stay early, which I kind of enjoyed, and played a tough game. They were a good defense and pulled away with a win, which was good.
So the third down to Ben's swing around in the backfield. What'd you like about that call? And can you just take us through that play? Big moment of the game, it felt like.
Yeah, we got Marvin in the backfield. Sort of hit him. They were in man, so the linebacker had to run with him, but they got into a five-man front. And so a little bit of, I don't know if it was confusion or if it was just a long way, but those linebackers had to decide who was going to cover Marvin. And, we get speed out in space. That's what we wanted. And, I made my job easy. I saw a man, knew if clean release, nobody peeled, he was going to be there. And sure enough, explosive play that led to our points.
He was in the backfield on an Atkins touchdown, too. How much does it kind of mess with you when you've got him back there?
Well, that one was a good play that we set up. We run that, motion, throw it to him a lot, block up Nate, and then there we just kind of faked it, ran by him, and just a good, well-schemed play.
Every week they ask you about the defense, but 9 sacks and they only had 9 completions. What can you say about their efforts today?
Well, it's almost impossible what they did, but it was impressive. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where I don't get to watch a whole lot of it. I wish I could. They'd be a fun defense to watch, probably an awful defense to play against. I know that kind of from practice, but they turned it on. 9 sacks is a lot of sacks. That's really good for our defense. Still looking for turnovers, but sacks are pretty much like turnovers. They kill drives. So, impressive. Not shocked, but really impressive performance today by them. Just great effort all around. Really good job tackling in space, and obviously a good job covering down the field and getting pressure on the quarterback.
Oh, how good did it feel lowering the shoulder and running into ground?
It was good. It happened pretty quick. Usually in that situation, trying not to take a hit, but got off the block, and it was kind of a bang-bang play, and I definitely don't want to be the one to get hit. I'd rather be the one doing the hitting.
Right, the win's a win. It was a gritty win, but nonetheless you have come away with a win. When you win in that style and fashion, what does it say about the character of this team?
It says a lot. We were in a weird spot, sort of, a hole, and we had to dig ourselves out of it. And we knew we needed a drive. We felt confident that just get back ahead, and our defense wouldn't allow them to score again. And it's pretty much what happened. We got a good drive, finally got a couple explosives. Evan sort of turned it on, switched things for us once he made that catch and got a first down. Then Marvin with his explosive, and then we got down there and ran a couple runs and got in field goal range. You'd like to score on a drive like that to really put the pressure on them, but we were just glad with points at that point without doing much offensively.
Well, technically this is a road game, but it seemed like there might have been more Broncos fans than Jets fans. Were you surprised at all by the crowd noise from the Broncos fans, and what did you think of the support that you guys had out here?
I thought it was an impressive travel day by our fans for sure. It's nice not having to be on silent cadence. We were able to talk the whole time, obviously, because we have majority of the fans, but it didn't feel like a road game. I guess all week we obviously felt like a road game being in a different country, but the atmosphere was cool. It was really neat to see our fans travel like that, and really played a big role in the game.
Time for a few more for Bo?
Yeah, Bo, in that second quarter, roughly around the last 6 or 7 minutes, you were able to put successive plays together, successive passing games, successive passes. Obviously, that was enjoyable, but what changed in the third quarter when you were looking up to see the plays and you had so much sort of success towards the end of the second quarter? Maybe those options weren't available in the third, was it? Sure.
Yeah, we just didn't have those same plays. We weren't in a very good rhythm at all. And, first half we were going quick, getting the ball to different players, spreading the ball around, getting them in certain defenses where we get softer coverage. And then, obviously there in the second half felt kind of like the opposite. A lot of run-heavy looks, a lot of loaded boxes, and then just complete lack of rhythm. But thank goodness Evan got open on his man-to-man, and then it started to switch. And that drive, we were able to do just enough, getting in a little bit of a rhythm, and spread the ball around enough to go down and get points. But just kind of felt like a tale of two different halves, with what we were doing.
Oh, you mentioned,
Last question, Eric.
You mentioned Evan. He's hit a fourth quarter against Philly and then led the team to receiving today. How have you seen him get going? What's he mean for this offense when he's contributing like that?
All right. It's really good for our offense, as you can see. I thought today really in the first half, we tried to get him the ball, and that's what happens when you try to get him the ball. He makes those big plays. That's why we acquired him. That's what we felt confident that he could bring to our team. And then again in the fourth, when we needed it, he was the one that made the catch. But he had the hot hand today. I think carried over from last week. He's playing really good. He's he feels good. He's out there winning matchups. He's just a tough matchup for safeties and linebackers. And I thought that one of the biggest plays of the game was his fourth down that he caught. Ran a great route on man-to-man. And it's just, I think, shows what he could be when we try to target him and get him the football.